Nandifuate hii video man. Hey, what up, it's Matthew Msingati, the designer and developer. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Coded Design. This is where I teach coding and user interface design. I just decided to do a very unique and a different video. The reason for that, I want us to know each other. I just realized that as YouTubers or developers or coders from the internet, we always show a lot of screens and coding without revealing like the person behind. So I just decided to do this random video so that we can get to know each other. The main purpose for it, or the aim for it, is just for you to understand that I am only human behind the voice and the screen that you see on YouTube, hoping that maybe you might relate to me and my story. Maybe you might start your own channel, or I might inspire you to be yourself. It's not easy to become yourself. It's very difficult in this noisy world. Look, the world in these days have got a lot of noise. There's a lot of expectation. Social media brings about a lot of expectation. Your parent brings about a lot of expectation. Sometimes even you expect a lot from yourself. Sometimes you really, if you see my hand moving, don't mind, I'm playing with my dog. So sometimes you even expect a lot from yourself that you can't even deliver. Maybe you might be disappointed. So I'm just gonna share a little a thing or two about me. I am Msingati. Msingati, that's my original African name, which means to comfort. And then Hlazo, that's my surname. If I call myself Matthew in the video, you must know that that's a corporate name. That's a name I've adopted because of I was working with obviously other races, and it was not easy for them to pronounce the name Msingati. Hence, I decided to go with Matthew. So in this YouTube channel, I called myself Matthew Msingati, which is Matthew as my corporate name and Msingati as my African name. But okay, I'm based in South Africa in a little town called Mossel Bay. It's next to Cape Town. Maybe people might know Cape Town as maybe a big city or something. So I did maths and physics in grade 12. I did maths and physics, and in terms of education, I've got a diploma in software development. I've got a diploma in software development. So what I did, obviously I'm coming from a very humble beginnings. I was not born with a silver spoon in my mouth. So I'm one of those guys who are growing up I can say in shacks. I don't know what other people or other languages are calling it. Maybe in the overseas they might call it the hood. You know, we're coming from the hood. If it means the same thing, then it means that we relate. I'm coming from humble background. So when I was done with my matric, I didn't attend the matric farewell. I didn't attend it because I felt like I don't think my family will afford that. And also in my graduation in university, I didn't attend the graduation. I even felt like I don't have to stress my family unnecessarily. So I always wanted to assist where I can, even with my own thought process. I wanted to contribute to my family. I didn't want to feel like some sort of a toy inside the house. The only thing that I do is to ask my mother for everything, ask for school shoes, ask for tuition fees. So I didn't attend my graduation when I was doing the IT diploma. And also, surprisingly, I didn't collect my certificate or that documentation that certifies that you've completed your course. I felt like I really don't need it. So way back, I always been independent. Obviously, that came with a cost, because maybe if I would have taken a route of collecting my diploma from school and then maybe get a job as a software developer just like other kids, maybe by now I wouldn't have been relying on YouTube as my hope for success or becoming a better person. Maybe if I would have taken a different route, go to school, take your diploma just like other kids, and don't be obsessed with crazy ideas, which none of them became a reality. But however, in that journey, I'm happy for the person that I have became. Hence, I wanted to share this video. uncensored, raw, just who I am. I'm hoping to inspire you. It's very, very, very difficult to become yourself. Very difficult. When I started this YouTube channel, obviously started as a graphic designer. I was still working then in Johannesburg, working as a designer. I've also worked as a production manager. I even worked as a brand strategist. So I started this YouTube like just posting random videos. Yeah, and then I had to rebrand because I've got a passion for software development. And in terms of software development, even though I don't have a corporate experience, but I've been developing my own apps. Remember, the reason why I left my diploma in school, I was obsessed with doing my own thing. I felt like I can become the next Mark Zuckerberg, or I might come up with my own WhatsApp or Instagram or Twitter or something. So I was really, really, really obsessed with that. So I did a couple of software which I sold. I only sold one software in my entire life, and it was an internet cafe management software or a system application where when you log in, it will give you the name and password, and it will limit your time, and then when it's done it will kick you out. Because even in the graphic design part, I didn't go to school for it. I started working in an internet cafe, so I applied my own skill and I sold the software there, and it was bought for a very, very cheap price. I ate the money, and that was it. So I've also developed an accounting system for printing companies, which really companies didn't buy. Really, they were not interested in that. Maybe I didn't add much value. So what I'm trying to say is that when I started this YouTube channel, I didn't feel like I've got the credibility. Even in design, I always felt like I don't have credibility. What might be the reason for that? Simply because the channels that I watch, first of all, they are advanced, on top of the range. I feel like these guys, they've got it all. Nice office, a microphone, and me, when I'm recording, sometimes you will hear a dog barking, and sometimes somebody will knock in the midst of my own tutorial. So that took a lot from me. Like, I felt like I don't have the credibility enough, because when you look at those videos, proper sound and proper everything. So opening a YouTube channel or coming up in public or doing something that involves your personality or whatever piece of you being shared amongst like a lot of people, like the platform like YouTube and social media, I think it has got nothing to do with YouTube necessarily, but it has got something to do with your own confidence. It tests your own confidence. Are you comfortable with who you are? So I started the channel. I was like, okay, this is who I am. This is what I do. I am not going to post a day in the life of a software developer, because I didn't amount to anything. I really didn't last in corporate world in terms of software development. The only company that I've worked for, it was based in Johannesburg. It was a mobile app company. They were using Ionic. Basically, they were not that much experienced, but the lady did her best to establish the company and to drive it forward. And that's something. But however, obviously, she was not coming from a software development background, so she was using a template. So she will buy a template on the internet, and then from then we will have to customize that template. At that time, I had some very little CSS and JavaScript and whatsoever, and Ionic was some sort of a combination of a lot of application or a lot of technology. There was CSS in it. There was, I think also there was JavaScript, but at that time I really didn't understand, and projects were piling up until I realized that, look, I think I'm taking value away from the company. So within a week, I sent my resignation letter, and I told the lady that, look, I don't think I'm fit enough. And that's my experience when it comes to working as a developer or working with code for a company. So it didn't really become something solid. So with that being said, now I have to open my own YouTube channel, and I have to follow my own coding passion. It means that it was just a challenge of am I comfortable with the person that I became after a series of failures in my life. Obviously, I was obsessed with building businesses. I'm a philosopher. I read a lot of books of philosophy books. I follow a lot of Emerson, self-reliance. I consume a lot of James Allen as a main thinker. I consume a lot of Horizon Sweat Madden, He Can Who Thinks He Can. Also The Iron Will. Yes, also Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. So I'm saying, obviously, I was motivated, thinking that, okay, maybe when I'm 25 or 32, I would have made it, but that didn't happen. So opening a YouTube channel, it has got nothing to do with maybe, obviously, views and whatever. Those are things that we're chasing for, and subscribers, obviously, yes. But however, it says a lot about your own confidence. Are you comfortable with who you are? Are you able to open yourself up and say to the world, hey, look, this is who I am. I'm Matthew, the designer and developer, and that is it. So I think the channel is helping me to gain some sort of a self-confidence, to be confident, and also to really feel like there are some people outside maybe your own country who care about what you have to say, because people are commenting in my videos, people are requesting things to be done in my own videos. Remember, I'm still new in this thing, and also before I was not sure if it's going to be my own thing and whatever, but now I'm starting to see that, look, I think this is me. Yes, I might not yet be there in terms of my presentation, in terms of my English, in terms of my knowledge and how I do things, but at least I've found myself. So otherwise, guys, that's what I wanted to share with you. First of all, I wanted you to get an idea of the guy behind the channel, which I think most channels, they don't really do that. Number one, I'm a human. I am that guy, I am not a successful person or guy who's having his own office, who's got it all in life. I am not that kind of a person. So I hope this video has added value, and also it has gave you an idea of who this Matthew Msingati guy is, a guy from South Africa in Mossel Bay. So this is where I am. I hope this video, at least it gave you an idea of who I am. And it's not a day in the life of a programmer where I show you nice offices and beautiful kitchen, bacon and egg and all those things. I don't think I will do those things, but you never know. With money, people change. Maybe with money you might see a video in my life showing off my cars, but believe me, even if I could afford that, I don't think that's my style. I really I don't think how showing you my bedroom and my computers and I'm not sure. Maybe when you don't have something, you have a lot of excuses of not doing it. I don't know, but that's not my personality in a true sense of the word. I don't see nothing wrong with programmers showing a day in their life, and maybe obviously it adds value to some other people. Maybe it inspires us, maybe to think like, if he can do it, then I can do it, I think. But with me, I don't think that's my style. So instead of showing you a life in a designer's life or whatever, I decided to do a video where me and you can just talk. Let's just dive deep into the idea that, look, I'm a human. I'm just that guy. I'm not a lecturer. I'm not a what. There is this song that I recently heard from my friend. He introduced to me. I listen to hip hop, but not to the modern hip hop, or let's say the new kind of hip hop. So my friend introduced me to this guy, and his name is Roddy Ricch. So I'm gonna sing the song for you in closing. The reason why I'm gonna do this, I'm just going to show you that, number one, don't take things that serious sometimes. Life is life. Look, if you open a channel and didn't work, it's fine. Look, just be comfortable. And also, I don't want you to have a picture of me as a guy with suits and ties and having an office. I am not there yet. So I'm just gonna sing the song. I don't know the lyrics of the song. In terms of what is being said there, to be honest, I don't get it all, because these guys are overseas and their English is a bit different from ours. But I enjoy the song. I like the song, So it goes along the lines of, I put a new 4Gs on the cheek. I remember hitting the mall with the whole team. Now niggas can answer call cause I'm balling. I was broke and I'm rich, the nigga salty. And the designer of my body got me trip. I'm not sure, maybe he means that he's got some design in his body which means tattoo, and and I don't have tattoo. Okay, so guys, that's the song. The reason why I sang the song, I was just showing you that look, this is me and this is who I am, and life is just life, man. Sometimes you don't have to be that serious and be too hard on yourself. If things are not happening, things are not happening. If you are stuck in code, go to Google and search it. If you are stuck in code, go to YouTube and search it. Also, that's how I started, and I'm still doing that. Sometimes I type something and I have to stop because I forgot the code, and that's it. I have to start the video all over again, and that's it. Otherwise, for me, I hope you've got an idea of who I am, and also most importantly, at least you have gained something. Maybe I've inspired you to start your own YouTube channel or to be yourself, not only in YouTube channel but in life in general. Be yourself. Stop. Now I'm trying to stop the video and it doesn't stop, it continues. Okay, boop. What's the problem? And then let me press pause. Hey, okay, let me